Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about different kinds of measurements that we need to know in third grade. We're going to talk about the customary units of measurement and then the metric units of measurement. In the United States, we use the customary units of measurement, so we're going to be talking about those first today. So we have on the side here length, how long something is, weight, which we can also say is mass, how heavy something is, and then capacity, which is how much liquid an object can hold. So if we're talking about length, let's talk about inches first. We did inches just this past week, so you know what about an inch is. It says here the distance between the knuckles on your index finger is about 1 inch long. So that's the smallest that we're going to use in third grade. Next is called foot. And you can think of a foot as being the length of a notebook. Then we have a yard. A yard is about as long as a baseball bat. And then last, the longest is a mile. And when we're talking about miles, we usually talk about distances between places. You can also, this picture talks about running. So if you run 1 mile, that's actually 4 laps around the football field on the track. 4 laps around is 1 mile. Okay, next let's talk about weight, how heavy something is. We use ounces, pounds, and tons in the United States. So an ounce is about 1 slice of bread. That's how heavy an ounce is. It's pretty light. A pound would be like a whole loaf of bread. And then a ton is about, we use tons to measure cars or trucks or elephants. Really, really heavy things we measure in tons. Okay, let's talk about capacity. Again, capacity is how much liquid an object holds. And I do believe you talked about these a lot in second grade, but to refresh your memory, we have cups. A cup is like a cup of coffee. It's the smallest. Pint is like a pint of ice cream, a pint-sized container of ice cream. Quart, oil, comes in quarts. And then gallons, a gallon of milk. So milk comes in a 1-gallon container. Okay, those are customary. That's what we use in the United States to measure stuff. Just about everywhere else in the world uses metric. So we're going to take a look at this. Here's the metric system. Again, we have length, mass, which is weight, and then capacity. Let me see if I can recenter this a little bit. There we go. So length, we have millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, and then kilometer. In third grade, we don't really worry about decimeter that much. So let's talk about millimeter. Millimeter is teeny, teeny, tiny, tiny. It says the tip of a pencil is about 1 millimeter. Even centimeter is tiny. It's smaller than the inch that you learned about last week. It says a paper clip is approximately 1 centimeter wide. Next is meter. A meter is about a yard. So when I said that a yard is like a baseball bat, a meter is like that also. It says on this picture, the width of a door is about 1 meter. And then when you think of kilometers, you can think of miles because they measure about the same thing. They measure the length between like big distances or the length between cities and how far it takes you to get from one place to another, how many miles or how many kilometers. Okay, let's go down here to mass. Mass, we're going to learn about grams this year and kilograms. So mass, grams are very light. I'm talking like a sugar packet. That's a gram. That's not very heavy at all. So it's very, very light. Or a paper clip. That's about 1 gram. When we're talking about kilograms, those are like our pounds in the United States. So 1 kilogram is about the same as 1 pound. So this picture shows a textbook being 1 kilogram. Okay, down here under capacity, we only have 2 to worry about in the metric system this year. We have milliliter and liter. That's it, milliliter and liter. A milliliter is tiny, tiny. It's like 1 drop of water. So we would measure small amounts of liquid with a milliliter. 1 drop of water is a milliliter. And then a liter is bigger. It says a bottle of Coke is 1 liter. A very large bottle of Coke is 3 liters.